The Dead Sea Scroll Enoch fragments. The Dead Sea Scroll, Book of Enoch fragments. How do they relate to my assertion that what we know of as the Book of Enoch is indeed a forgery? I'm Jeffrey Darty, the Christian Whistleblower. This is the Enoch Fragment Dead Sea Scrolls, Sex Toys of the Gods, part number 3. Are we sex toys of the gods? Well, it's clear that someone wants us to believe that we are sex toys of the gods. And this is not going to be the part 3 that I planned. This is just a little follow-up because of many good questions about the Book of Enoch fragments in the Dead Sea Scrolls. I'm impressed by the level of studiousness in this audience. I don't know why I should be, but people said to me, hey, now I know you're saying that the ones that Bruce brought back were fake, but what about the ones found with the Dead Sea Scrolls? I think there's some misperceptions, misconceptions about that, but you are definitely right. But before we get started, let's do the card of the day. So go ahead and feast your eyes on this card for a few seconds. And we will do the Cosmic Deck of Initiation card of the day for the GTA. And that card of the day is today Universal Spirituality. And you can tell that already goes with what we've been talking about. Universal Spirituality already goes with what we've been talking about. But let's see what the book says about universal spirituality and we'll see how it applies to us in a deeper way. Universal spirituality. You're more aware of the intensity of the spirit within. How about that? Spiritual concepts come to the fore of reality. How about that? Greater focus on the spiritual gives greater perception within reality. The spirit within seeks greater manifestation in reality. A new level of spirit comes into consciousness. The spirit opens the heart to greater intensity. That's very, very much spot on with what we've been studying here lately and with where the Gospel Truth Army is. So I like those cards more and more the more I use them. So we'll continue to do those. I am offering readings on those on a donation basis. So if you want to get involved with that, you can find out how to do so in the box below, plus my other offerings that are designed to help you take charge of your life and create the life that you will love. So let's talk about the Enoch fragment in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Now, yes, I do insist, and I believe that I've made a pretty strong case for the fact that Bruce forged the Dead Sea Scrolls that he brought back, quote unquote, from Ethiopia. He knew how to write them, had the time to write them, and in my view did write them. Now, what about the fragments that are found within the Dead Sea Scrolls? Now, most people don't even know they're fragments. I give you kudos for your knowledge. I give you kudos for your understanding. But I need to call to your attention that the Book of Enoch was not found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. That is a misconception. The Book of Enoch was not found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Let me show you what was found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. This, my friends, is what was found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. A fragment of the Book of Enoch. That's what was found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. So you can see why it's really a total misnomer, a total misconception to say that the Book of Enoch was found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Because this is what was found in the Dead Sea Scrolls that they believe is from the Book of Enoch. That's it. A few pieces, not even a whole piece of paper if you put it together. So this is what was found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. So Bruce, this really has no effect on what Bruce did or did not do, in my opinion. It's just a fragment. And it's so fragmentary that you can't really use it to verify or contradict Bruce's assertions. So we have to go back to Genesis. Genesis said that angels did not have sex with men or women. And it's only the book of Enoch now that's saying that they did, until we look at our other source on tomorrow. So this is what was found with the book of Enoch. That's it. That's the whole thing. And let's look at the translation of what they found. And keep in mind that anything that's put within parentheses is added. Anything that's in these brackets is conjecture. So most of this, as you look at it, is conjecture by the commentators, by the translators. And of course, these translators already had in mind what the Bruce translations, quote unquote, of the book of Enoch were saying. So again, anytime you see brackets, parentheses, it's added, it's conjecture, but we'll read it for what it's worth. But you have changed your works. And again, this is conjecture, and have not done according to his command, and have transgressed against him, and have spoken haughty and harsh words with your impure mouths. Against his majesty, for your heart is hard, you will have no peace. So really all we know is, but you've changed your works and transgressed against him, haughty and harsh words with your impure mouths, you will have no peace. That's all we know for sure. And then look at this. This is all conjecture here. This whole statement. They and all took for themselves wives from all they chose, and they began to cohabit with them and defile themselves with them. Added conjecture. Based on what? And of all them they took wives from whom they chose, and to teach them sorcery, and they became pregnant by them. That's all we know from this fragment of the book of Enoch from the Dead Sea Scrolls. It's far from conclusive, but it also gives you, if you want to believe the watcher mentality and the whole mythology that's sprung up around it, I guess there's enough there for you to say that you want to believe it. But if you do believe it, you're in violence to the book of Genesis. And I would say that there's much more scholarly proof for the book of Genesis than there is for this fragment, which is dated back to between 100 BC and 150 AD. So it's right in the apostolic era. And I mean, it's only 17.5 centimeters in length and 17.5 centimeters in height. Centimeter, I mean, it's like this, it's tiny. The other fragment, well, I mean, what is it? 6 7/8 inches. I mean, it's little bitty. This one's even smaller. Fragment B, I guess that would be this one. It's even smaller. So it's a very, very little itty bitty piece of work. And look at this. Although the original version was lost in antiquity, portions of a Greek translation were discovered in Egypt, and quotations were known from the church fathers. The discovery of the text from Qumran Cave 4 has finally provided parts of the Aramaic original. In the fragment exhibited, humankind is called on to observe how unchanging nature follows God's will. Okay. But the point of the matter is, to say that the book of Enoch was found in the Dead Sea Scrolls is not accurate. Little bitty fragments of the Dead Sea Scrolls were found in the little bitty fragments of the book of Enoch were found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. And those little bitty fragments say almost nothing in reference to the ideas that we are discussing. The book of Genesis was very, very clear, and and it even went out of its way to say that the sons of God were not spiritual beings. The sons of God were male children of women, and that the sons of God were not from the heavens, they were from earth. And if you didn't see the last two shows, check them out. You'll see that beyond any shadow of a doubt. So I stand by my assertion that the Book of Enoch is a forgery, and that the Book of Enoch is part of a thousands of years old psychological operation to convince us that we are seated by extraterrestrial beings and are subject to sexual rape by extraterrestrial beings at their will. It's another effort to create doubt, fear, worry, horror, terror, and it sets up a UFO ET alien agenda that is playing out before us right now. And with part 4 tomorrow, I think we'll go ahead and wrap that up, or maybe even part 4 today. Now, this is my mother's birthday. I may miss my 5 o'clock broadcast because we may be out with her. If I do, my apologies, but I should be back in time for a broadcast tonight. We have a special guest at 9 p.m. And then, of course, we have our regularly scheduled 11 p.m. broadcast as well. So I'm the Christian Whistleblower, Jeffrey Daugherty. This has been the gospel truth about the Book of Enoch and the fragment in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Are we sex toys of the gods? I say no, but there is a very powerful cabal that wants you to believe that we are. And that in itself is a very, very interesting question as to why they would want us to believe that. Okay. In the chat room, I liked your poem on Wayne's channel. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I don't think it was me. I wish I could watch, but I'm at work. Who is Baphomet? Good morning, all. Good morning. That little scrap is the genesis of the whole Book of Enoch. Yeah, exactly, Gary. My thoughts exactly. I haven't looked into that, Lee. I don't know. Adriana says, it looks like the fragments found in my condo after Hurricane Harvey demolished so much of what was in there. Sorry to hear about that, but that's funny. Just when I got tired of studying and wished there was something worth watching, poof, here it is. Thank you very much, Seven Serpents. Watched last night's vid, got called out on my joke. I don't think Baphomet is Yeshua or Lucifer, but theology is just a part-time hobby. Okay. This is Jeff's way of making us smarter. Thank you very much. I appreciate your thought there. Happy birthday to my mom. Thank you very much. And I don't know if Bruce was a Freemason. Well, let's find out right now. Was James Bruce a Freemason? James Bruce. James Bruce. There's some speculation that he was a Freemason. What does this say? I saw the word Freemason. Where is it? African explorer, hair-raising escapades, Ethiopia, Ethiopian capital available, Spanish Jesuit. These, until then, these writings were only available through the Spanish Jesuit. Huh. Interesting. I don't know if he was a Freemason or not. Some people want to say that he was, but we can't be certain. And I'm not sure that that makes a huge difference or not. Word of mouth accounts of Bruce's discoveries in regard to the contents of both books may have well been circulated in the American Royal Arch Lodges prior to 1800. It's a firm, but yet not yet demonstrated possibility that Bruce's discoveries reached the ear of Reverend Solomon Spaulding in New England by 1795. As a leading Freemason, oh, here we go. Some historical researchers believe that much of the motivation behind James Bruce's epic travels in Ethiopia centered around his desire to recover sacred objects connected with Solomon's temple. As a leading Freemason, Bruce may have been interested in verifying legends associating the medieval Knights Templar with old Christian churches in Ethiopia. So It looks like there's some fairly solid conjecture that he may have been a Freemason. Interesting. Interesting. There you go. Worth looking at. James Bruce. Was Sam Houston a Mason? Oh my. Yeah, the Ethiopian Church does believe in Enoch. The Royal Arch Lodge. Interesting. I know a little bit about that. Cool. Well, there you go, folks. That's my little addition to the show from yesterday. As a leading Freemason, he invented the Book of Enoch to screw with the masses. Yeah, kind of looks that way, at least to me. And I think he did it to get rich and famous. That's the main reason. So I don't know if I'll be here at 5. My mom is talking about not feeling well, so I may. But if I'm not, no, it's because I'm with my mother for her birthday. And we will be back at 9 o'clock. We have a very special guest. And I guess I could give you some information about that special guest. That special guest is Tammy Balazewski. And Tammy Balazewski has a double PhD, is a holistic life counselor, hypnotherapist, relationship expert, prosperity coach, and the host of Journey to Center on Empower Radio. She's also the author of Manifesting Love from the Inside Out, a book that Vanna White touts as the best self-help book she's ever read, and the best-selling Manifesting Prosperity from the Inside Out. Dr. Tammy is a rags to riches, back to rags, back to riches story. As she healed from the loss of her famous fiance, health and finances, she became very familiar with the terrain and tools that ushered her from victim to empowered, from poverty to prosperity, and from dysfunctional relationships to healthy relationships. Dr. Tammy has been married to her divinely sanctified husband for 15 years and is living an abundant life on every level. She offers access to wisdom, tools, techniques to help anyone who wants to manifest it, that being happiness, vibrant health, peace, prosperity, and great love. So, Tammy Balazewski will be our guest tonight on the Jeffrey Daugherty Show, Christian Whistleblower. I'm trying to copy this for you so I can show you a picture of her before we leave. Dr. Tammy, B-A-L, Dr. Tammy Balazewski. Okay. And we'll show you who's going to be on our show tonight. Come on, work with me. Okay, here we go. And Dr. Tammy will be with us tonight at 9 p.m. So we're looking forward to welcoming her to the program. And I look forward to seeing you then, if not before. Dr. Tammy, I hope I'm saying your name right, Balazewski, with us later tonight. And we are looking forward to sharing with her and talking with her and finding out about her very interesting life. One last look into the chat room. Go spoil your mom. Let's focus on making Jeff's mom feel better today. Thank you, Marsden Brooks. I'll be here. Love holistic healing. I try to be a good son. And Gary Baxter with the requisite yowza. So, looking forward to that tonight. And with any other questions, you know where to find me. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, your friendly neighborhood Christian whistleblower, saluting those of you that are here seeking after truth. Encouraging you to remember no original sin, spark of divinity within. So love yourself, love your neighbor, be excellent to each other. That's how the Christ said we would know that we are part of his team. And of course, be making the change that you want to see. Be making the change that you want to see. And above all else, my friends, stay fearless, my friends.